Is the Capital One Venture Card the best card for beginners right now? I'm going to give you 6 reasons why I think it is in most cases, plus who it might not be right for. I didn't recommend this card to my brother, and I'll tell you why at the end. Number one reason that I think the Capital One Venture Card is the best overall card for beginners right now is because of its elevated offer that ends April 13th. Currently, it has a 75,000 point sign-up bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. On top of that, you'll also get a $250 travel credit. This beats out pretty much all the other cards in that same category, including the Amex Gold, which actually has a much higher annual fee, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, which has a $95 annual fee, and a 75,000 point sign-up bonus, but not the $250 travel credit, and the City Strata Premier, which has a $95 annual fee, but only a 60,000 point sign-up bonus. For those reasons, I recommend the Capital One Venture Card, and make sure you sign up before April 13th, otherwise you won't get that limited time elevated offer. The second reason I recommend the Capital One Venture Card early on in your credit card journey is because Capital One is incredibly inquiry sensitive, meaning that if you've opened a number of cards in the past year or so, they will likely not approve you regardless of your credit score. The third reason I recommend the Capital One Venture Card, especially for beginners, is because it earns 2x on everything, making this a no-brainer card that is easy and no thinking involved. Fourth reason that I recommend the Capital One Venture Card is because of its access to lots of great transfer partners. You might look at this list and think there's a lot of foreign airlines, and that is true. But what you might not realize is that those foreign airlines can actually be used to book domestic flights by leveraging airline alliances. I have a ton of videos and even a transfer partner guide that you can grab from my bio if you're curious to learn more about transfer partners. Fifth reason that I recommend the Capital One Venture Card, especially for beginners, is because it gives you access to a purchase eraser. I've used a travel purchase eraser for Airbnbs, for Disney tickets when you purchase them through Undercover Tourist, for car rentals. There's so many expenses that you can get reimbursed by just by using the travel purchase eraser, and it's super easy to use. Last reason that I consider the Venture Card the number one beginner-friendly card, because it also includes a $120 global entry or TSA PreCheck credit, which is more valuable these days than ever. None of the other cards that I mentioned earlier include it. Who is it not right for? I mentioned earlier that I did not recommend it to my brother, and this is why. His girlfriend is actually a flight attendant, which means that he is really just looking for hotels. I don't think that the Capital One Venture Card is a card that I would go for first if I was just looking for hotels. If you found this video helpful, follow along. I post tips like this daily, and if you'd like my referral link for the Venture Card, comment Venture and I'll send it over to you.